Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll learn, or I'll show you how to cut this Queen Anne neckline that has this like curve on the chest. So if it's something you want to learn, it's a bustier, so if it's something you want to learn, please keep watching and don't forget to like this video, click on the subscribe button. Let's get into the video. So you need a basic block for this, which I've already ruled my line for the basic block. So I have, from my starting point, I have my bust point of 10 inches, my underbust of 13 inches, and my half length of 16 plus half inch, which is 16 and half. Then from here I came down 1 inch from my shoulder slope, and then from my shoulder slope to my chest line 7.5, and then the neck width I used is 3 inches. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of my shoulder, midpoint of 7.5, and I'll mark it, and then I'm going to just, from there I'll come in by half an inch, and then I would rule for my armhole. So I'll just rule my armhole with my curve like this. And then I am going to now take my bust span. So my nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches. So I'm taking 3.5 inches for my bust span on my waistline. I'll do the same thing on my underbust and on my bust point. So get your nipple to nipple divided by 2 and then rule it. So I'll just connect the points that I marked like this, and then on my shoulder I'll get the midpoint of what's left of my shoulder after getting my neck width. Remember I said I use a neck width of 3 inches, so I'll get what's left of my shoulder. So I'll divide it into 2. I had 4.5 of what's remaining of my shoulder, so the midpoint of 4.5 is what I'm getting, and I marked it. I'm going to connect this line here to that midpoint of my shoulder. This is to enable me to get my overbust tightening, which you would see later on. So to do my das, I'll come on my underbust and I take 1 inch on both sides, and then on my waist 1 inch on both sides. Now I took 1 inch on my underbust because this is a small size. If your size was 36 and above or 38 and above, you can do 1.5 or 1.2 on your underbust, right? So now I am going to connect it to my bust point, but first on my bust point I came down by half an inch, so I'll connect it to that half an inch I came down by, instead of connecting it exactly on my bust point. And this is because I want to eliminate any pointiness on my bust area. All right, so now I am going to, after connecting the das, I am going to now come from my starting point. I'll mark 7 inches. Okay, I'll mark 7 inches, and that is where I want the yoke to, the Queen Anne yoke, that is the yoke to start from. So on the other side I also mark 7 inches from my starting point. I'm going to connect this point with a straight line. Now I'm marking the yoke right now. I'm trying to create the yoke. So now I'm going to take my overbust tightening. So I'll come on each side of this dart, okay, that I have marked. But first I'm going to create that curve, you know, that slight upper curve. I'm going to create it. So from that 7 inches mark I marked, I'll come up by either 2 inches, 2.5 or 3, depending on how high you want that curve to be. Okay, in the thumbnail you see that it's kind of a bit higher. I think it's about 3 inches if you want it exactly like the thumbnail. I didn't want mine to be really, you know, curved like that, so I am going to do 2.5. So it's going to curve, but it's not going to curve really upward. So this is, it depends on what you want, right? So you do 2.5 or 3, but I did 2.5. So I am going to connect that 2.5 that I marked to this 7 inches mark on my armhole area. Can you see the curve like this? Now I'll go ahead and now take my overbust tightening to avoid any gaping. So on each side of this dart leg, I will take half of an inch on each side, and I'll also do the same thing here. On my bust point, I'll come up by half inch. Instead of connecting it directly to the bust point, I'll connect it to that half inch I came up by, like this. This just helps to eliminate every pointiness at the bust area and just blends things up very well. Now I have created this. Then what I'll do is to close this dart because I want to blend it, right? If you don't do this, can you see that one side of the dart is already higher than the other side? So you have to close your dart and blend this other parts so that it's going to be equal, so that by the time you're joining, one will not be longer than the other, so that everything just aligns well. Okay, so just close the dart like this and just blend it. Okay, so by the time you open it up, you just extend the dart leg upwards to the parts that you blended like this. So even without closing the dart, you can also measure. So if you measure both darts, you find out that one is longer, so you increase the one that is shorter to meet up with the one that is longer. I hope it's well understood. All right, like I said, I did a dart of a neck width of 3 inches. So from that neck width of 3 inches, I'm just going to rule a line like this to connect it to the other side of the dart that is very near or close to the armhole. Okay, so I'm just, you know, canceling these parts that we don't need, the line, so that you don't get confused. You don't need all of the ones that are asterisks. Okay, so this is basically it for the Queen Anne neckline, the yoke. I'll go ahead and impute my bust and my waist circumference. So on my chest, on my chest line, I will impute my bust circumference. That's a quarter of my bust, and then I added this thing here. Whatever that I have there, it's about half inch. I added it back. Okay, and then I added my allowance. So I also did the same for my waist. My waist divided by 4, I marked it, and then I added back this dart that I moved, which is 2 inches. So whatever that you removed, you add it back, and then I added my seam allowance of 2 inches and then ruled the lines. So I'll add half inch seam allowance on the shoulder area to join the shoulder, and I'll just blend up this bust region. Just blend everywhere that needs to be blended, and then I'm going to cut out this. So please watch what I'm cutting so that you know, especially the yoke area, so that you know which lines I'm following. All right, so guys, if you're still watching up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please, why not? It is absolutely free. Just go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and please like this video. Please like this video. It is so free, and just like it so that more people can be able to, you know, see it. Thank you so much. So just watch what I'm cutting. The yoke, see how I'm cutting it. So this is the yoke. Now take out all the ones that are not needed, and here is what I have. Okay, it's already taking shape. I go ahead and, you know, label the patterns where I will add allowances when I'm cutting on the fabric. So the parts where I'm labeling 1/2 inch, meaning that this side is going to be on foot. So the other parts I'm labeling 1/2 inch, so that I know that when I'm cutting the fabric I'll add 1/2 inch. Okay, I won't add on the shoulder because I already added, and on the hem I won't add because I already added on the pattern. Okay, so just label, mark where you add your allowances when you're cutting on the fabric, and this is what it's going to look like. I'll go ahead and cut this on my fabric, right, and also cut the lining for it. So I've cut it on my fabric. This is the center front, which I said it was on fold, and this is what it looks like after cutting. Okay, this part that is on fold, and then the other part I added 1/2 inch on the necessary parts that I already indicated. Also for the yoke I added 1/2 inch on this side and on this side. I didn't add on the armhole area because it's not needed. I already added it on the pattern. Added 1/2 inch on this part as well. Okay, so add necessary allowance. I go ahead and cut exactly this that I cut on the pattern. I'll use a pattern and cut for the lining. Okay, and then I'll iron my interfacing on them, the wording for the bust area and all the interfacing that needs to be ironed on the lining, and you know, just do all of that. And then I'll quickly show you how to join it. So this is the bustier, which I already padded. I added wording on it, and I've already joined the bustier, and this is what it looks like. See the curve. Now this is the yoke, which I've already turned with my lining. Okay, I ironed lace, chantilly lace, just for design on top of the fabric for the yoke. So I only joined these parts of the yoke with 1/2 inch. Yeah, just that part that will be turned. Okay, I didn't turn this part because this is the part that will be joining here. I didn't turn the armhole area because it's not needed. I'll still attach the sleeve. I didn't turn the shoulder area because it's not needed. Okay, so I only turned one part, and then I'm going to just turn it over like this and iron it flat before I join to the main bodice, right? Go ahead and iron it. I've already ironed it, and see how flat it's looking now. Now I'll just go ahead and attach it to this part. So I am starting from where the dart is. Okay, so I will start from where the dart is. Remember, we connected it to the dart, right? So I'll start from where the dart is and just put it like this and join it with 1/2 inch, and do the same thing for the other side. Yeah, and after doing that, I will now use my lining, which I'll also join and turn it. So this is what we would have after I do that. It's already taking shape. I'll now turn it, and that is it, right, for this tutorial. It's just to show you how to sew this Queen Anne neckline. So guys, if you found this helpful, please hit on the like button, subscribe to this channel. Please turn on your notifications so that whenever I post a video, you get to see it first. Thank you so much for watching today, and always supporting. I'll see you in my next one.